Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I do my reflection stamping. It's really quite easy. There's lots and lots of videos out there showing you how to do this technique. It's been going around for many years, so I'm sure a lot of you will have seen it before, but I'd like to show you how I do it. Using this tiny little duck here from the Farmyard Friends called Dolly, Daisy and Duke ducks, and this is really nice because you get the actual stamps and you get the dies as well to cut them out, and that's from Sentimentally Yours. I am going to be using the wood grain botanical stamp again from Sentimentally Yours, and this is a really nice wavy stamp, and I thought I would give that a go and see if I could create some waves or some ripples in the water. I'm going to be making a slimline card for this, so I've got a piece of cardstock that measures 8 inches by 8 1/4, and I just scored that down the middle at 4 inches, so we'll put that to one side. I'm going to need to cut myself a piece of cardstock for doing my inking on. So cut this down to 3 3/4, and for now I'm just going to leave it at the length it is, and I can cut that size when I need to. So I'm going to take in my stamping platform for this. You don't have to use the stamping platform. I just find that when you come to stamping your image onto the acetate or plastic, it can be quite slippery. I'm going to place my duck slightly to the right of my cardstock. I'm just going to pick that up, and I'm going to ink that up with my VersaFine Onyx Black. And there's our duck. We're going to leave our duck on the glass door. We're not going to move it. Just this piece of cardstock. I'm going to take in a piece of plastic. This is a proper stamping plastic for mixed media, but you can use acetate for this. You can use a nice thick acetate and it'd be absolutely fine. I'm just going to place that down. I'm going to stamp up my duck again, and I'm just going to bring this one across. And this is why I'm using the stamping platform, because without it everything just slips all over the place. I'm going to take my acetate off of there, or my mixed media piece of plastic. I'm going to take back in my white cardstock. I'm going to turn over our duck. I'm going to leave about 1 inch below. Just try and line that up as best you can. Hold that firmly and give your image a really nice press down. And you can lift the corner and see what's happening. That's transferring lovely. Now I like mine to look mottled. I don't like my reflection images to look solid, and that's exactly how that looks. Just wipe this off of this piece. Comes off really easy. We'll just put that to one side. So if I show you this, we've got our main duck, and then we've got our reflection, which looks mottled, which is exactly how I want it. Now I did stamp and fussy cut out the same duck again, and all I'm going to do is pop a little bit of low tack tape on the back. I'm going to place this over my main image and just give that a little press down. So now when we're doing our inky backgrounds, we're not going to get any on our main duck. So for the sky, I thought I would take in the Faded Jeans as my first colour. I'm going to ink up my brush, and I'm not really worried too much about blending. I'm just going to hold down my duck, coming off of the page, and I'm just going to go round in circular movements around the duck. You can go over the duck if you want to. And I'm just going to take that down just past his beak. And that's exactly how I want to leave that. I don't want that to look blended. So that's where we are with the sky. And at this stage now, I've taken a pencil and I would start just above his feet, and I would just draw a wavy line. And I know now that when I add my grass, I don't want to go below this line. So I'm going to take in the Mowed Lawn, put my brush up for this, turn this to one side. I'm going to put my finger over my duck, and I'm just going to go in exactly the same as I did with the sky. And it doesn't matter if you go over slightly with little bits. We just don't want to go mad. So there's our grass and our sky. We're just going to blend that sky in over the grass. And then for the water, Faded Jeans again. And this time, we're not going to worry about masking the duck, and we're just going to exactly the same. You can go over your duck, or whatever image you're choosing to use. And I would go darker at the bottom, because as water goes out, it gets darker. And as we're coming in to the shoreline or the grass bank, it gets slightly lighter. So there's that one. So what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to take in the Wood Grain Botanicals stamp. I'm going to use prize ribbon because I think this is more of a blue. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my ink pad, I'm not going to stamp it square, I'm going to put it on an angle so that I'm just using the point, and I'm just going to come down the stamp like so, all the way along. And all we're doing there is catching bits of the stamp rather than all of the stamp. I'm going to go up to my grass on a slight angle, and I'm just going to press that down. And if this works for me, it just means that I'm using a stamp. Yeah, so there we go. We've got ripples going on in the water. It just means that you're using stamps that are made for one thing and turning them into something else. And we're going to carry on with this, and we're just going to put some ripples there. So that is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So there we go. I'm going to remove our main image, take off that tiny bit of masking tape. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to take a carved pumpkin, just put a tiny little bit on my glass mat, taking a watercolour brush, just a tiny bit of water, pick up some of that ink, and I'm just going to colour his beak in orange. And his feet in orange. There we go. Now I'm going to take in some white ink. I'm just going to put a little bit down, and I'm going to mix the orange with the white, make that a lot lighter, because there's no way the reflection would be as deep. And I'm just going to go in to his feet, or her feet, his feet, be whatever you want it to be, and the beak. With this now is come back in with the mowed lawn and just stamp up one end of the stamp about an inch, maybe just over, and starting from the bottom of the grass, I'm just going to stamp that down. Oh, lovely. So that now looks like we've duck is behind, and we need to go right up to this end. And you can use a bit of second generation, third generation, just to come down into the water, like so. And how clever is that? So we've got our sky, our main duck, our reflection. We've got the reflection of the grass. I'm going to have to cut this down. I'm going to cut this down to 8. And I'm going to take it off of the water. Actually, I'm going to take a tiny bit off of there. That edge is a bit rough. So a bit off of there, and then we're just going to cut this down to 8. So it wasn't much. I think I might just back that onto a piece of black cardstock. There we go. And now when we pop our topper on, we've got this really pretty dark border going on. So I'm going to glue that one down. Onto our black cardstock. And then I think we will raise this one up on foam tape. Still going. I don't think it's ever going to run out, this foam tape. But like I said the other day, I think I'll be sorry when it's gone now. We'll remove the center one and take the edges aside. I don't know if many crafters do it this way now, but I just find it so much easier when I'm trying to line things up. So if we go back there, remove our tapes. Give this a really nice press down. And there we've got a lovely slimline reflection card. I'm going to need a sentiment for this card. I'm going to put, "Be happy, it's your journey." the VersaFine Onyx, and this is going to come off of this corner, so be happy. This is the negative word, and it didn't work. That's okay. What we'll do is pop this on a piece of white cardstock, so all's not lost. And ink that one up. Be happy. It's your journey, and again we're going to do that in the VersaFine Onyx Black. I should have stamped these before I mounted them onto the card. I can see that I haven't put that on there straight, so I'm going to try and stamp it straight. There we go. The only people that are going to know we had a little hiccup is you and I. We're just going to cut this out freehand and leave a tiny border all the way around, like so. So that one's going to go up there, and again with this one I'm going to glue down, because if I put this one on foam tape, to see under it, don't take the glue right to the edge, because we're working with oxides on the base. If the glue spills out, it will ruin your image, just like so. There we go. And then this one we're going to put on some foam tape. So just run a strip of your foam tape along the middle. There we go. So there's our mirror image card. As I say, nobody would know that we'd had a little hiccup there. Hope you've learned something. Hope you enjoyed my video. I must say I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I'm loving all the lovely comments that I'm getting from you guys. And as long as you're enjoying them, I'll continue making them. So thank you for watching, and until the next time, bye for now.